Community Profiles with TV Rotorua and the Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust. Nice to have you with us for another edition of Community Profiles. I'm Wayne Douglas, and I have two very interesting guests to chat to right now because they're very, very active and involved with the Rotorua Access Group. So thank you for coming in, guys. We really appreciate your time. We want to find out for the viewer at home a little bit about what you do, but I know you've also relatively recently celebrated your 10th year of existence, which is wonderful. In that 10 years, I'm right in saying, Peter Anderson and Peter O'Flaherty, that you've made some pretty good progress.
Yeah, we have over the last 10 years actually. It actually started off with getting a few inquiries coming to council as far as my job's concerned regarding access issues, getting into buildings and things like that. They might not necessarily be in public buildings, some could have been private as well, but we had problems with footpaths and a few other bits and pieces, and I found part of my job as a building inspector I was answering a lot more of these queries, and I decided to think, well, must be other people having similar problems, so I contacted CCS here. And once I did that, I met Peter O'Flaherty and a few other people.
So and we all took off from there, I guess.
Yeah, we all got talking, and then after a while I managed to secure a committee room at the council building for us to use every 2 months. And since then we've been getting together every couple of months. We've got people from all different user groups. Could be Blind Foundation, it could be Great Power, could be anybody, anything like that, or just members of the general public, and some people are in business.
So in another sense of the word, everyone else can have access to the room as well.
Yeah, to a degree.
Peter O'Flaherty, obviously you're with us here in a wheelchair, and to have access in town to the various ramps and various doorways and things like that, to have made the progress that you have as a group must have been quite gratifying for someone like yourself as well.
It's been fantastic. Rotor is pretty easy to get around generally, but there's always problems with gutter lips and things like that. And by taking a softly approach with council, because we had great response from council, roading engineers, parks and reserves, often it's just a matter of taking a bit of extra hot mix when they're doing some roading repairs, putting it down by a difficult curb, and it makes it so much easier for us.
So am I right in saying then, Peter, that it's been a matter really of creating awareness and therefore then a sense of priorities and then some action?
Basically that's about it, yeah. If we notice a problem there, and it could be something to do maybe that we might be doing, and that we can go on the district plan, and when we get a future development coming along or whatever, we've got opinions from other people, and we can quite often take that in and maybe address that issue at the time. We can't always do it at the same time, but once again we're dealing with budgets and things like that, but at least if we know about these things, we record the issue, and then when the time comes we can actually hopefully get some action done.
And it's not just from the point of view of established buildings either, it's for people who are building and constructing new places to need to be aware of what the needs are.
The New Zealand Building Code regulations now are very stringent, and they've really tightened up. I went to council in 1993. And I can tell you that it's really tightened up in the last few years especially.
Out of necessity.
Absolutely. It's New Zealand wide, and now anything that's constructed has to comply with the building code regulations, and you must have access facilities for disabled persons, and that really is to the fore, and my job has progressed quite a bit along that way.
And it's worked well for you, I guess, in that whole involvement, because for yourself, and I know the viewers would appreciate the fact that you yourself are a double amputee, but you're a building officer for the council, so it's worked hand in hand with your needs.
It certainly has. It's been very good.
Great.
It's been a good group because we haven't been a single issue group or a moan group. It's been constructive suggestions to council and to other parties, tourist attractions.
And as the Rotorua Access Group, you're still open to that, still open to swapping notes and sharing things as well, I guess?
The big thing was when we went to the council building, the fact is, like, you go around, might be at morning tea or whatever, tap someone in the shoulder and say, hey, look, I've been talking to some people, we have a bit of a problem, can we have a look at that issue maybe later date? And we have people from all departments, various departments through council, from the engineering, parks and reserves, from the city focus, the whole lot, who are really proactive. But it's like anything, if they don't know, it doesn't, it might not be addressed.
And of course it doesn't happen overnight either, so we really appreciate the work that you as a group have done over the last 10 years. It's ongoing, we know that, but thank you for joining us on Community Profiles, and as we say, keep up the good work. Thank you, Peter and Peter. Indeed, and thank you for joining us at home. Thanks for having us at your place. For Community Profiles, I'm Wayne Douglas. We'll see you next time. Community Profiles with TV Rotorua and the Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust.